Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Three games decided, three more to come this wild card weekend. And off we go on this fine Sunday. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Motion man is Hyatt. The NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns last year, Raheem Mostert. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Motion man is Hyatt. He'll look to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big-time play out of the G-Man. It's a gain of 34.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Has some room inside the 30. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 8-yard line. It is a big play on first down. 33 yards. Scoring first, so critical in a playoff game. They've got it here 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, New York. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. McBride is the motion man. Here's the third-year man, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
And he'll work his way down to about the 41. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Second down and 8. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. Third and 5. From the gun, it's Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Higgins sent in motion. On 4th down, Love. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. Give him 19 yards as they get the 4th down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run with Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And he will take this down close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he's not going to get the 1st down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done. They'll go for it. Love. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score. 87 yards. Touchdown, Giants. Gano on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Giants move out on top, 14-0. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. We'll go play action with Love. He's going to let this one go deep. That is brought in. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
A give here to Pacheco. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On play action, Love. A throw on the move is caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. So after one, here on Super Wild Card Weekend, it's the Giants leading this one early. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's caught by Walker. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
They'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Now Love. This is intercepted. Oh, big hole left side. He's inside the 30. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, New York. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. party. A pick-6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick-6.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Now Love. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Love to throw on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Love. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Love. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deonte Banks. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Giants. The pick-6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment, uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Love. Now, right on the heels of the pick-6, he is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, He was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Now 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, Travis Etienne. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, New York. Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Here's Love to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They will indeed go as they look to throw.
You know, Mike, you can almost just look down in the huddle and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
On first and 10, it's Mostert. They'll turn and hand this one off. Not much. Second and long coming up. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, New York. Now, Gano for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Giants keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On first and 10, here's Love. That's to the tight end, Elijah Higgins. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down. McBride is the motion man. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. To throw is Love. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, second and a yard. Throwing is Love. This pass caught right side. It's Allen.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. Throwing on second down, Love. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a first and goal now. Tackle made at the 9. From the gun, it's Love. That is caught side of the end zone. Heenan, Allen, touchdown, Arizona. Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cardinals will get just a bit closer. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Back to the air again on second and 10. He's going to try it here again. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different Halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game. Here's 1st and 10. McBride is the motion man. Love to throw it on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
McBride is the motion man. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Love. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down. McBride is the motion man. On 1st down, it's Love. That's dropped off for Pacheco. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. Love to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll go for it. Love. Now a deep ball looking for Brown.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the 3rd quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue. And I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Mostert. Woo! Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Now, faking the give. That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. He is in. Touchdown, Giants. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Gano on to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants will add one more onto their big lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A good play action with Love. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. On play action, Love. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And the Giants are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start this drive. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line.
Their own 32-yard line.
McBride is the motion man. Love to throw on 1st and 10. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a good return. And the Cardinals first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Man, he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On 2nd down, Love. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Banks. And the Giants will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
That's good for the Giants. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Giants.
Typically in a 3rd down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
The speed on display. He's in. Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, New York. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Here's Love. That's to the right side. Caught by McBride. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Love. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Whoa. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter.
56, Cardinals 7.
Love to throw it on first down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
A gain there of 11. It's good for a Cardinals first down. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now. This is a really popular concept on third down. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. And give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the first down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And he's going to have the Cardinals first down. How about that for a big play on 4th and 10? They get almost exactly what they needed and move the sticks.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Pacheco. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. It is brought in the end zone. James Conner. Touchdown, Cardinals. Prater on to attempt the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cardinals cut into the lead a little bit.
Cardinals 14.
And give them credit, they are not mailing this one in. They'll try to get it back with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
on the ground, it's Mostert. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Right back to Mostert on first down. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the give, it's Etienne. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. To the end zone, it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Love. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is a great example of why it's so critical that on defense, everybody does their job. You got a free hit blitzer coming right at the quarterback, but because they don't contain him in the pocket, they allow him to escape, and it doesn't allow that blitz to get home.
Man in motion is Brown. They're going to get this outside. This could be a double pass. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. McBride is the motion man. They'll go for it. Love. A short one here, caught by McBride.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Mostert. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal. So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. They are moving on in these playoffs.